My people hold little fear for death. We accept it as a part of life, preparing ourselves for it, ready to die at any moment on our village on the cliffs. It was that peace with death that drove my tribesmen to enacting the Great Sleep. When they awoke centuries later, the world was much darker, with shadows looming over Mount Valmai and its secrets. Out of concern for the future of our kind, the Turaga chose me, the youngest and most inexperienced of the village, to journey into the heart of the mountain, where a golden idol of the Great Spirit rested and waiting for an offering. 777 steps laid before me, and at the very bottom was Umbra, waiting to send me back to the top. As I prepared for the 98th test of determination, I felt the ground shake from what could have only been a tremendous battle. As I ran to the foot of the mountain, I saw nearly a dozen knights burst forth from the cavern, idol in hand. They vanished with a blinding light, returning just minutes later, fewer in number, and with a somber story to tell.
Our home was wounded. Venom had seeped its way into Metru Nui's heart.
Exuberant at the mention of a new land so close to the Great Spirit, I rushed to ask my Turaga about it, and at the mention of its name, he shook his head, as if hoping to never hear it again. He guided me to the vessel he once used to flee a calamity within the city. "Go to Metru Nui if you must," he whispered to me under the cover of night. "See what I have seen, learn what most will not, and if the Great Spirit wills it, you may return to us." Countless days and nights were spent at sea, tossed around in the canister, any fear of danger subdued by my anticipation for the light of the Great Spirit City, and by unexpected landfall. I emerged onto a golden beach, surrounded by jungle on all sides as far as the eye could see. The shore's beauty convinced me that this was indeed Metru Nui, and the calamities spoken of had not touched this paradise. I wandered aimlessly until meeting Kodawi. He revealed to me that my journey must continue further north, and offered to ferry me the rest of the way in exchange for one favor. A large temple, left abandoned by its people, had become infested with Rahi, and Kodawi begged for my aid in recovering priceless artifacts from the beasts within. Seeing that no gifts from the Great Spirit should be left to be forgotten in such a state, I agreed to his terms. The battle was swift, as within moments of entering the temple we were swarmed by hordes of Kofo Jaga, each one swatted away by me and my partner, resulting in dozens more taking its place. It was only minutes into our raid that we were challenged to battle by the Nest King, a mighty Nui Jaga. I braved on to face the beast, but Kodawi had convinced me that our interests were already settled, as we raced from the temple with treasures in hand, onwards towards Metru Nui. Among our findings were stones blessed by the Great Spirit, granting us marvelous power and the strength to thwart all wrongdoing. I am Mavkhi, named in honor of the great hero to my village, a Toa of Ice, my mission to restore the light of Matoran Nui to the City of Legends.